Alright, welcome back everybody to the Minecraft Let's Play. We've done a little bit of mining off camera. As you can see here, we have a new building in the Utopia Let's Play world. Yeah, say hello to the new fountain. Looks pretty cool. Was happy to build a lodestone with a netherite ingot instead of an iron one, because this is 1.214. But yeah, I have some bad news, guys. I built this entire, what we worked on. We've been working on this for a while now with the mangrove farm, getting Swift Sneak, making all the concrete and everything. And yeah, my computer started blue screen of deathing, and all of the footage that I have of me building this huge factory and doing all the pixel art and gathering all of the material resources. I think there's a few things that survived, but pretty much all of it's gone. The .minecraft folder got completely wiped, and that's where all the replay mod footage is stored. So that kind of sucks, but yeah, on the bright side, I guess you guys don't have to watch a build montage. But yeah, I guess let's just kind of like check out all faces of the building here. I'll, show you what got done. But yeah, each side is like different pixel art and whatnot and different themes. So we have like the retro pixel art video game wall. We have the chain link wall with the Pepe. And let's see if I can get a good view of it here. The pixel art Inuyasha. I really didn't know what to do for the top and the bottom here, all this dead space. So I just put the, what do you call them, the suits in like the poker suits or whatever. Or playing cards. It's either that or bringing these and bridging them around over here, but I thought that'd be weird because every face is pretty distinct and has its like own identity. Pretty similar to like the Pokeball, the mob farm over here, each having like their own little pixel art, Pokemon. So similar vibe with the big beautiful factory, but that's kind of enough showing off the outside and it took like 8 or 10 hours to get this done. Also show you what we worked on inside. We moved the beacon that was floating in the air, and we put it in the ground, and it lined up pretty nicely here with the dark oak farm, which is now also a pale oak farm. There's a wandering... I didn't even visit the pale oak biome. There's just a wandering trader, and they had the pale oak saplings. So I farmed up a little bit of that. And I think another thing that got done from the last episode to this one was the automatic shulker unloading bone meal dispensing system. But yeah, basically the way it works, this hopper will empty and this chest will be full. And when this hopper is completely empty and all these other hoppers, feed into this one hopper, it will tell the system, and there's a whole complicated series of wires and redstone that still kind of needs to get worked out a little bit, but it's pretty much done. That will say like, yes, give me unload a shulker full of bone meal and give me the bone meal. So that's pretty cool, having like the completely automatic tree farms. And yeah, I think the last thing that got done, I guess there's two things. So yeah, the bone meal dispensing system, there's been a little bit of aesthetics. I guess like I really wanted to go for like an Aperture Labs style building. I definitely feel like we pulled that off, but I need to do a lot of like aesthetic work in this. Some of this is kind of outdated. But one thing we also moved is originally we had the cobblestone basalt. This is like a blast chamber, and so like a lot of these are like block stream blast chamber farms that feed into the super hyper efficient German engineered Ilmango blast chamber over here. And this is a redstone room, and we had originally the cobblestone basalt generator up here, but it just made the room so claustrophobic, and now it actually feels like a redstone room with like, I don't know, like appropriate size and dimensions and everything. It doesn't feel like there's this awkward, cobble basalt generator like shoved in the corner. So luckily this was pretty small and didn't feel like it was a ton of work to, just demo it and move it over. Because as you can see, well, what got mostly done off camera. I mean, it was brutal losing like this like replay mod footage, but like this was like, I don't know, like the way this episode was scripted was completely different with what the automatic clay farm here. But yeah, it's a tragedy. The .minecraft folder, you know, the last backup was in 2023. So yeah, kind of sucks. But this is an ASLEF 900 original design here. The dirt to mud to clay farm. If you're not familiar, they added the mechanic to where if you right click on a dirt block with a water bottle, it will turn into mud. And then you can automatically do it with the dispenser. And so, you know, the player will stand here, just hold right click and AFK, place dirt blocks, and the dirt blocks will turn into mud. And then when mud blocks get placed, another mechanic added the same update. When dirt blocks, mud blocks are on top of these sheets, I guess, or specifically the dripstone block with a dripstone stalagmite or stalactite, I think, like when it holds itself up. Stalagmite. I don't know, but basically the mud turns into clay, and it takes a while, which is kind of like the whole idea or design of this farm, is that there are, you know, 8 levels and, you know, 16 sheets total, and you only place it 1 block at a time because it takes quite a while for the mud to turn into clay. I don't know. I don't think any other designs exist, so if people do want a tutorial, let me know. It's not too complicated, except for the piston stream abomination over here. Like, this is so messy and ugly, but I swear to God it works. Hopefully it works in the server. I don't think I've tested out in the server. It's only worked in a survival world. So yeah, I'll show off more of this building when it's finished. It is just kind of awkward what happened when we were recording and working and making this episode, but whatever. I don't. It's at least I didn't lose anything else except the .minecraft folder. I would much rather lose the replay footage than lose the world file or something of that nature. So, you know, there's bigger losses. Another thing we did off camera, except besides building the fountain, I worked on these roads a little bit. I'm probably just gonna keep doing this off camera, but it's super exciting moving into, you know, what can be considered like the great north here. I have a little bit of a plan, but I'll probably finish building this road off camera. It's kind of boring. But yeah, it's honestly kind of hard to believe how far we've come in the world. Like, this is insane. I think I started building the villager factory and the automatic pumpkin and melon farm. Now it's just a pumpkin farm, and the super smelter and the item farm, like, years and years ago, probably 6 or 7 years ago. And I guess all these other buildings have slowly kind of been added, like these huge skyscrapers. And I always think, like, oh, I gotta start, like, toning it down a little bit now. But, like, I can't help but make these buildings bigger and bigger and bigger. I guess this whole building's thing is that it's supposed to be a huge building, which we put machinery inside. But yeah, I guess the sun is setting a little bit right now. We probably move on to the next project, but I really just want to soak in this downtown. Like, it feels so good having, I don't know, just sitting in the basking in your own creation, I guess. Like having like a lane or a road being finished in this world is crazy, because, like, I don't know, we worked on the we've worked on Emerald Village over here, and I don't know, just because it's so much smaller in scale, I don't know, it just doesn't feel as as crowning of an accomplishment, I guess. Getting the bridge done, like, this whole skyline is finally finished. I don't know, I'm so happy. Also, another thing that happened off camera. Oh my god, I got some in my storage room. How fast can I fly over here? We got a lot of these blocks I already had. You can see this building. I wish it was lit up at night, but there's really not much we can do. We had most of these blocks, or they weren't too hard to get or to make. But this little corner up here, all of this gilded blackstone, I know it's kind of hard to see right now because it's night. Yeah, that took me it took me so long to get, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it'd take that long to get that much gilded blackstone, but it definitely did. It's definitely a very annoying block to farm and harvest. There's no way of making it. I don't think you can trade it with piglins, at least not in this update. So I had to individually go to the, like, use a seed finder, go to a bunch of bastions, and I don't know, it was pretty terrible. It was pretty agonizing. In that process, however, we did get a lot of netherite. I think I used most of it. Again, more technical difficulties. I lost the .minecraft folder, and I also got a new microphone, and I've been experiencing a lot of technical difficulties with this new microphone too. But yeah, we have full netherite armor now. I know it's not as exciting as crafting it on camera, but I don't know. I'm pretty salty about losing that footage too. Full netherite god armor, or the replay mod footage for the big beautiful factory. Really upsetting, but and I'm not gonna keep complaining about it. I'm not gonna let it keep me down here. Oh, and I guess the last thing here, you can see in the bottom left, or not the bottom left, but above my health bar, the hearts are hardcore hearts. And this series has been a little stale, not gonna lie. And I thought we could, you know, pike up the stakes a little bit and make it a little bit more exciting. So this is a server, so I will get banned when I die. The world will not delete itself. I would cry if I lost this world. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have the tenacity, I guess, like some of these other Minecraft hardcore YouTubers. Yep. So hardcore Minecraft, pretty crazy. We're back over at the factory. It's been a little bit of time here since my last recording session. I've just been kind of chipping away at a lot of things off camera. But yeah, the stakes are higher. We're in hardcore mode. When we die, we're not gonna delete this world, but we will do something fun. But we need something spicy to keep the series alive and to keep it going. So yeah, another challenge will be interesting. I guess we'll see how this journey unfolds. But I've done a lot of work off camera, kind of just chipping away at this the past few days, working on the rest of the factory, kind of cleaning up the torches. You can see the shulker shells. We have this water stream. This might look a little bit different since the last time we've seen it. I don't know how much you were paying attention earlier with what we were showing off on camera. But pretty much everything is done. Yeah, everything is done. I think the only thing that we need to do, we're gonna do this on camera, but we have another project we're gonna get to first, is we want to start messing with the auto crafters. The whole point of this episode was to just be like, yes, we've won late game Minecraft. I think this building right here into the blast chamber constitutes winning late game Minecraft. And now with auto crafting, it's like, I don't know, I don't want to call it an L, but there's a whole other world out there. So we have our raw material, our resource, generation stuff definitely going for us. And as soon as it felt like we kind of got on top of this and had an automatic farm or some kind of efficient farm, for every block in the game or every item in the game pretty much, they added auto crafting in vanilla Minecraft finally. And that's kind of old news now. I think we're moving even right now. There's like copper golems and the rideable ghasts. So this episode's definitely been like in production for a while here. But yeah, we will be building this is a bone meal line from any organic material that makes it through all the item filters. Like if all these chests fill up right here, it'll get turned into bone meal. And I know these nether wart blocks right here from the nether tree farm. Those are like, I think this might actually be like a bone meal surplus farm. So it's pretty important that we get, we put it in shulker. This is a shulker unloader. We're gonna put it in shulkers. We need to hook this and wire it up to with the auto crafting stuff I was just talking about. If we go to the mob farm right here, we're gonna see that we have a ton of bones. That's not a lot, but more bones than we know what to do with, really. All right, we need crafting tables for the crafters too. the auto crafters, and I think we've slowly accrued these just over time. Just piled them out front. Alright, I think we get 3 droppers. 3 droppers, 3 crafting tables. Yep, there it is. 3 crafters. Awesome. Now, we've kind of got something cooking over here. This is a triple speed shulker loader, and this is going to make bone meal. You can see it's kind of connected to the bone meal line up there, too. And so I have the shulker unloader we want in mind, but I'm unsure of the best way of getting the single hopper stream and splitting it into 3 hopper streams or 3 crafters. Alright, let's try a boat. These 3 hoppers hook up to the 3 crafters I've placed down here. I think it's F3B hitboxes. Okay, and hypothetically... Oh, that's not what we want. Uh-oh. No, it is what we want, because we want to test this. And this should split them up equally. I forgot to do the thing. Okay, it is working, though. That is what we want. Okay, we've kind of got something worked out here. I know what I'm doing now. Just showing off a little bit more progress here. We have the on-off lever, and we have like the locking mechanism. We have the chest, which is going to evenly distribute the bones that dispense from this shulker unloader, and I'll cut back to when I'm finished building this. Okay, I think I've got everything wired up here, so let's grab our shulker full of bones and see if this works. I grab a sea lantern and try to light this up a little bit too. It's so dark. Okay, we need to get up here. Oh god, I'll probably put another ladder up or something to get up here. Let's try it. Shulker full of bones. Does it dispense? Yes. It should not be crafting yet, but there should be hypothetically be bones. Okay, it looks like there are. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna evenly distribute yet. I think that's why I have it a little weird, so that our on-off is on the crafters instead of the shulker unloader. That way these things like evenly fill up like together. Instead, right now only one's gonna fill up. So I think that's actually fine, and it's one of those cool shulker unloaders too that like gets you the shell back, so we can recycle it right here into our triple speed bone meal shulker loader. Okay, let's grab 2 more shulker shells full of bones. That should be enough. Get rid of these carrots too. Okay, we could just let this run for a while. So hypothetically, this whole thing should be working. I'm actually going to do one last thing before we check the system, just to give it a little bit more time and to let all 3 of these lines fill up with bones. Yeah, so this barrel right here is where we want it to feed into this hopper right here. This is our empty shulker shells. All right, place it right here, and this should connect the line. I don't think we have any empty shulkers yet, but this is the bone line into the auto crafters, and this is the empty shulker line, which feeds into, let's grab the junk out of here, into our bone meal loader. So we're constantly recycling the shulker shells, which can be kind of nice with these loaders and unloaders. It can be a little tricky sometimes. We also need to get this wired up as well, and this is the empty shulker line from the bone meal unloader. So this will get wired into this too somehow. All right, it looks like all of these are filled up with bone meal. Every single one of these lines is kind of full. So let's check out whether our shulker loader actually works. This is kind of a monstrosity of a machine, I'm not gonna lie. Is it working? Ooh, yikes. Oh, because we don't have a power source there. Okay, sweet. Yeah, everything actually works now. So we're gonna turn the on-off lever. What was happening before is I had these glass blocks as solid blocks, and it was locking these hoppers over here, which in turn locked the entire system. So I think we got everything all the bugs kinked out now. But this system is still intended to lock once it's... If it ever gets... If these lines ever get too full, I don't want... Oh, there's also another problem. I need to put, like, trapdoors or something. Is it going too fast, too, for the hoppers? No, it should have all picked up. So I think the problem is... Let's try getting a... There we go. And one more right here? Right? Yeah. And now none of those... It shouldn't... Yeah, because it was getting outside of the thing before. So now it should be working again. All three of them working. 3 lines. Yeah, why is that taking so long to absorb? Let's check this out. I don't know. I actually don't understand. Knock you down to here. Let's see one more time. How fast? Okay, so this is about as fast as we want it. So it's like perfect. Okay. This is the fabled... Well, is it perfect? 'Cause this is slowly building up. Is this locked or anything? No. Okay. Maybe... You want to do one more tick? Okay, this seems to be the perfect amount, where it's always crafting, and it doesn't overflow. It doesn't go faster than a shulker can keep up with. This is turning 1 bone into 3 bone meal. I wish there was an easier way than to have 3 crafters and to slow it down, and just have the 1 stream get turned into 3. I guess I could have done that and done the hopper boat thing the other way around, but it's too late now. It actually probably would have been a lot easier, but whatever. It looks to be working well. Ooh, it looks like we have 2 shulker so it is working. It's working amazingly, actually. Yep, and we're getting more shulker shells. Okay, everything's working perfectly. The only thing left to do for the automatic bone to bone meal system here is to link up this line right here, or this hopper with the bone meal shulkers into these chests up here, which are going to house the bone meal and get it all loaded up for the unloader here. Okay, went and grabbed a few more shulkers full of bones. I also built this nice entrance, I guess you could call it, up here. Cool. And hypothetically, this should be working. Now, the one thing we don't have wired up, we can turn it on. Let's go down here and actually finish this. Up here. Connect this. Yeah, so these are our bone meals, and this should theoretically go to the bone meal line. Nice, and we are automatically, okay, crafting bone meals for the shulkers. I guess let's see if the unloader works. I guess that's next on the agenda. Follow this. Let's stop the crafter for now. So, wow, I'm actually really excited. Let's go up here. I guess let's experiment with the... This is probably the easiest, because we don't... There's no, like, manual player input, so we can fly in free cam away from this thing. Let's do a little bit of... How much bone meal's in here? So let's keep it at... Do something like this. Alright, and let's turn this on and then go in free cam and see what happens. Okay, turning the machine on. Let's see it in action. Yeah, there we go. Spawned a tree. Should be a few more times until we actually run out of bone meal here, so I'm just going to kind of stalk it. Okay, awesome. It's out of bone meal. It sent a signal. Yep, send it down. Oh, looks like the shulker unloader's working. It's launching all the hopper mine carts. All right, I guess I haven't really tested this. Okay. Pop the shulker. The bone meal should be dispensed. It's going into the right stream here. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, very fancy. And it should turn it off, right? So it's on right now. The bone meal's coming up. Crazy. Crazy. It actually works. Okay. And the machine should be off now. There should be no... Yep. Okay, sweet. And there is a hopper clock here. I don't think it fired twice. I think it's on a good enough setting. Let's turn this off. Go check that out real quick, though. Yeah, we have this hopper clock in here. Oh, it's still going. Okay, we have plenty of time. We can even probably take a stack out of here. This is to make sure that if there's like ever a time where two of these things, say like it requests, you know, bone meal, let's say from the Universal Tree Farm, and also from the Nether Tree Farm. You could technically run them in tandem too. This just makes sure that it doesn't completely break the system. The hopper clock right here in front of me. So it'll always, you know, no matter how many of these things are activated, it will always run, and it will also intelligently, like pick and choose. So it'll load from the first to the last. But yeah, it should theoretically never break. We should never have like a shulker full of bone meal that just goes like missing, or it fills up one of the bone meal loaders too, like all the hoppers. Alright, let's fill this line up with shulkers real quick. Cool. And yeah, I guess the only thing left to do in this factory is actually to hook up this empty shulker shell line and actually put it in here somehow. I don't know how to do this without making it look super clunky, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. But yeah, I can't believe the big, beautiful... Let me actually get close to the microphone. I can't believe that the factory is like finally finished. Or like, wow. I think it's like the most finished building in this downtown area, I'm not gonna lie. I guess there's still like the cherry tree farm we don't really have built yet. But all of the aesthetics in this building are finished. I guess there's some shulkers up here. But in this torch right here, that'll go. I just want to make sure nothing spawns on top of these. But yeah, wow, we have the item storage system. We have the Nether Tree Farm. We have the Universal Tree Farm. We have the Mangrove Tree Farm, the Dark Oak, eventually soon to be the Cherry Tree, Dark Oak and Pale Oak, excuse me. Automatic Clay Farm, and I think that's it. I mean, it took me to say that's it. It really doesn't do it justice. It took me so much time to put this all together. Like some of these buildings have been in my world for years now. This the Universal Tree Farm, the Blast Chamber, and the Ray's Work Nether Tree Farm. Okay, and let's walk across the street here and head into the Blast Chamber building. Yeah, we've done so much work inside the big beautiful factory. We got auto crafting. I think it's time we take a peek in here. Yeah, we have this down here, and this is basically the hopper stream into all these chests, and it was built before shulkers were in the game. So yeah, we're pretty much just gonna swap it out and put in a shulker loader, and I'm gonna do you guys a favor and do that off camera because I think everyone's a little tired of me doing redstone on camera. But let's get the bumblebee kind of motif over here. We had this awkward entrance over here with this big arrow, and it's just a little weird. I feel like we should definitely have something a little bit different. Awesome possum, it all lines up. It's a little awkward how these kind of touch each other, but you know what, it's fine. Yeah, definitely gonna miss this room. Might try to kind of warp over some of the design. But let's just tear down these hoppers, and I think we're gonna do another Another triple stream shulker loader. Oh my god. Yeah, there's a reason we're doing this off camera. Okay, and I guess the other thing we do want to be cautious of, we have the squid farm like right here. It's kind of hard to see what it is, but yeah, it's definitely the thing we're gonna poke into the most. So I think I'm just gonna try to move a lot of the redstone machinery over this way. I'll actually cut back when I'm done. Okay, sweet. Yeah, this is what we did off camera. We have like a line for shulkers to be input in here. And I also use this quite a bit too. I actually really screwed up. I made this a double speed shulker loader instead of a triple speed. But unfortunately I had to go back and fix that. It wasn't too big of an issue. I actually put this together and like worked within the space requirements a lot easier. Yeah, this all worked out a lot easier than I thought it would. So yeah, I had to tear it down and then put in the triple speed shulker loader again, but it did work fine. I did notice one issue in our testing, and I think that's it. I think this does actually work very, very well. And I could engineer around it too, but it seems just a little excessive, so I'll just be careful of it. If I run the clay farm and this thing this blast chamber fills with clay, and then I run a really fast piston tape farm, like the basalt or the cobble generator, then yeah, it'll clog up a little bit. There'll be too much clay and too much basalt, too many items. But other than that, it does actually manage to keep up with when it's just running the clay farm, which is pretty crazy. So I've done some pretty extensive clay farm testing as well, and I guess I'll show off before we kind of wrap the episode up here with the last little project. I'll kind of show off this building one last time and kind of cover. We have stolen a lot of designs here. We've done a little bit of our stuff here, like the clay farm I was just talking about here. This is an Aslef 900 original design. But like this is a Raise Works nether tree farm. I guess the bone meal loaders are also Aslef 900 original. I don't know if you can really count hopper loaders as belonging to anyone, but yeah, ill mango, cobblestone, basalt, dual, piston tape, block stream generator. These things are awesome. I think this is I'll try to link all of them in the description as well. I think this is an iceberg. Some kind of obscure YouTubers here. This is like an iceberg mangrove tree farm. It actually works very, very well for a in the block stream blast chamber. The blast chamber also being done by Il Mango. I think we mentioned that earlier. But he's just kind of the technical Minecraft goat with the universal tree farm right here. Also, I can't believe this thing actually harvests acacia as well. Getting pretty much every wood type in the game, except the really niche trees here, like the 2x2. I think this is a real niche Minecraft YouTube pick. Fast jazz, dark oak. I think I kind of repurposed it with the pale oak saplings here too. Well, I think the only wood type that we don't have so far is the cherry tree farm. But we'll get there eventually. I'm kind of burnt out with automatic farms and everything. We also cleaned this up a little bit too. I did just add eventually I'll update, and I'll just put a copper golem here, and I think he'll run up and put all the shulker shells into the chest up here. So it's actually a pretty nifty solution with the copper golems that we're already using, instead of these clunky like, I don't know, it's kind of nice you can run up a staircase instead of having to use like the dispensers or the droppers in a water streams or whatever. But I guess this is the last thing I forgot to credit in this factory that's kind of a ripped off design. But I don't know, that's kind of the technical Minecraft stuff works, I guess. Like I usually just build a litematica sketch, and it's like, if it's the best design, I'm just gonna use it. Yeah, the shulker unloader is just super fast. I think it was made by Cubic Meter. Also gonna be building a Cubic Meter dirt farm over here, hooking this up to the bone meal super speed shulker unloader as well. But yeah, that's gonna do it for, I guess, the factory here. We can kind of zoom out here. And there's one more thing I want to work on before we kind of close the episode off here, but it's gonna be pretty quick. So yeah, I'll cut back and I'll show that off when I'm done. Okay, so we're in the Great Library. Let's just nab this thing right here. Bring it over here in front of these maps. We're gonna put some barrels in, and we're gonna clone these maps as well. So let's be careful not to like look at any of these. I think if I look at the wrong one of these, it could like update. So the way we copy it is like this. Is this what I want to do? We want like 5 of them. Is this gonna work? Sure. And do we want 6? 6. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do that for the rest of all of these maps, for both of these, just so I have some backups in case these get destroyed or something. It's kind of nice to have backups. Okay, so I just finished getting all 9 maps here. I just need to back them up. We were having trouble earlier, so what we want to do, apparently you can use a glass pane. I hope this isn't like AI generated nonsense. And this locks it? Something? What does this mean? Does it mean it doesn't work? It should lock it so that it never changes again. That's the idea. Okay, so I'm really confused why this isn't working. This should theoretically be how you make these. So if I do this, it's locked. It already is locked. Are these locked? Yes. So these are already locked. So I guess this one isn't, because this one updated, which really is really annoying. I'll have to like cheat it in somehow. Cool. Okay. I guess they were already locked. I was like, why isn't this working? Okay, and we're finally done. All right, I backed up all of these maps. I definitely had a few mishaps here. So you can lock it with the glass pane. I messed up. I'm gonna have to like cheat these old maps back in. I think I can, but I definitely messed up on these maps. It's fine, whatever. But I guess this is what's today? The 19th of August. Okay. 2025. That's a pretty big oh wait, 8.19, gross. What am I, a European? Get this out of here. So yeah, pretty cool what we have so far. Guess we can kind of wrap this all up, put this cartography table back in the map room here. Yeah, definitely gonna mourn these maps, but I'll just cheat it back in, whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Yeah, see you later.